Hello students! This is a quick lesson just to talk about some things that I think are essential to get the most out of this course. First of all, this course has many lessons with technical content. They involve programming concepts, things that can often generate errors and make you stop what you're doing to try to solve them. To help you solve such problems, I try to make the content as interactive as possible. First of all, depending on the learning platform where you're watching this course, you'll notice that I have made available a content with the most frequently asked questions. On Udemy, there's a lecture called FAQ. On Skillshare, you'll find a link under this Projects and Resources tab. Before you ask me a question, check if your question hasn't already been answered there, okay? I made a huge effort to prepare this kind of material for you to really make your life easier. Many times it's faster for you to refer to this FAQ than wait for my answer, no matter how fast I answer, okay? Also, all lectures that require some additional knowledge have either extra materials or links to materials or pages. On Udemy, you can find those links on each lesson by clicking on this little folder icon. On Skillshare, they appear as notes at the time of the video where I mentioned that there is some additional material in the lesson, okay? Or you can click on this icon, View All Notes, to see all notes related to a video lesson as you watch it. I also made the code available for all lessons of this course. The main purpose of this material is to help you solve problems you may find in the lesson. Most of the time, almost 100% of the time, I'm serious, I've noticed that those problems are due to typos. Yes, mistakes made when typing code. Usually the errors come from misspelled function names or even file names created with the wrong name. So often the quickest way to solve those specific problems is to download the code related to a particular lesson. You'll find this material in the third lesson of this course, in the case of Udemy, in a lesson called Course Materials, or in the case of Skillshare, under the Projects and Resources tab. Just visit the link available there, and this link will take you to Google Drive, where you can download the material. Click here on this icon and download the file to your computer. Here we have all the files, everything divided into lessons, or lecture if you prefer this word. Inside each one, you'll usually find the folder or the theme that we'll be creating, and sometimes there will be also some other visual resources that I use in the class. They will help you find errors in your code. For example, you can replace portions of your code with mine, or compare the course code with the one you're creating there in your computer. A very good tool to help you find these errors is diffchecker.com. Here you can paste your code with errors, and compare it with mine. So you can find typos more quickly if necessary. There are other similar websites. Just do a quick search on Google for Code Compare and you'll find them. Another alternative is if you replace all your files with the ones of the course. Another point to which I would like to draw your attention is follow the course project to the letter. Why am I saying this? Because many students want to skip important things while they learn, even when the subject is quite complex like the one I want to teach in this course. So they want to watch one lesson and start developing their theme right away. But I ask you, just do it if you really know what you're doing, right? You must have noticed that we have dozens of video lessons in this course. You'll get lost in the content if you're not following the course in the order I propose. So first, follow the course project lesson by lesson. Only after that you can go ahead and try to apply what you've learned in your own project. Another important advice: during the course we will have several moments when I will ask you to copy some lines of CSS from the material available for download. If you're not following the course project, you may get lost. So don't blame me if you don't follow my recommendations and get lost, okay? About the CSS used in this course, you'll notice that in most lessons I will not explain in detail all the CSS that I use in the theme. As I explained previously, all the CSS will be available for you to copy, and I will show you how to do this in each lesson. The reason I do this is because it will take too long for me to write with you almost 2,000 lines of CSS code that our theme will have. We would stay more than halfway through the course just writing CSS, and that wouldn't be cool. The real focus of this course will be on explaining how WordPress works, and inside it, how a WordPress theme can be prepared to work with WooCommerce. So the focus is not CSS, HTML, or PHP, okay? Still on the questions, if they still persist, you can send your questions out to me. The way you do this will depend on whether you're using Udemy or Skillshare or whatever platform you're using. One thing I ask you is that you always tell me in which lesson you stopped, you're stuck, when your doubt came up. This will help me understand the context of the question and answer it much faster. Also, try to attach an image illustrating the problem. This teacher here is getting older and needs to see things to better understand them, okay? So help me help you, right? Usually within 24 hours, I'll answer your question, even if it's only to say that I don't know the answer. Still on the questions, this course is aimed at creating WordPress themes for e-commerce websites. The final goal is to make the theme compatible with WooCommerce. But that doesn't mean I'm going to teach you how to use WooCommerce in this course. Serious, Marcelo? Yeah, that's not the point here. There are dozens of courses that teach you how to use WooCommerce out there. This course is not one of them. You'll notice that very few times I'll log into WooCommerce to do something. That's because you don't necessarily need to be a WooCommerce expert to create a theme that works with it. You'll see that in the course. So I won't be able to answer questions such as, what's the best plugin for this or that? What plugin can I use to create a membership website or a real estate website? If you're interested in a specific plugin, I recommend the WordPress plugin repository. Just take a look at how many WooCommerce plugins they have here. There are several WooCommerce extensions in the whole site. You just need to search for one that you can use. Or Code Canyon on Envato. Here we also have a lot of plugins related to WooCommerce. There are many plugins here. You just need to search for one that will help you. Or the WooCommerce website itself, which has plugins for almost everything. So please, don't send me specific questions about plugins. This course is not for that. Actually, we'll be using very few plugins in this course. The final goal of this course is to teach you the necessary basis to create the theme with the help of the project we'll be creating. From this base, you have the necessary knowledge to create and improve your own project, creating themes that are totally different from mine. So it will usually be very complicated for me to answer questions that don't necessarily have to do with the project. For example, teacher, how do I create a theme with an affiliate system, a members page for a real estate company with search fields and filters? Well, I'll not be able to answer those kinds of questions, okay? But in general, I think you will love the course. I have been preparing it for 6 months with a lot of love by request of several students from my other courses. You won't find the things I want to teach you here at the university or in a book. I hope that the course will open up a vision for all of you about the many possibilities that WordPress can bring, especially when used alongside WooCommerce. Most importantly, don't forget to have fun, guys. And I'm always available to help you out. Thanks for listening and see you in the next lesson.